Welcome back to our work series video tutorials. This is PageWORX video number 4. At our last video we've been on an edit screen. We've sorted our main menu up here. So if you have never been on an edit screen or don't know how to do sorting, I would suggest going back to video number 3. But assuming you're here, and you should be here, we're going to log in. Some of this stuff is going to get faster and faster as we go through some of this more repetitive stuff. So let's get back to the same place where we were. As you recall, we had kind of worked our way down this edit page, and being the linear computer geek that I am, we'll just continue working down one item at a time. We made it down to this little divider here, so I'll just scroll our page down and go from there. Our page title, as you recall, is the upper left title that will appear up here on your on a browser window. It's an extremely important component to your site. It's a place where you can put keywords in a very high position, and we'll talk about that down the road when we get into some SEO stuff. But now with that said, this page title and this blank on PageWORX is actually an optional item, semi-optional. And I'm going to explain that here in just a minute. But let's keep on going down the page. Text for the links to this page. If you leave this blank, if you notice it says if different. So leaving this blank, PageWORX assumes that the page title was what you intended to be the link to it in any menus that this page may appear in. In this case, this About Us is one of our main pages. So it appears in the main menu. Duh. And as you can see, there it says About, and here's where it's picking that up. Okay, scrolling on down just a little bit, our sort order, and we've already discussed sorting just a little bit, and you can do sorting after the fact, or you can kind of do it as you go. It's a preference thing. This lets you see what sort order is in place now. Excuse me. If you recall from our last video, we reset everything to 0 to have it sort with the home page first and then everything else alphabetical. So keeping with that, we'll just leave this right where it is. And now we're down to these 3 items right here are the main body content of your of the item that you're editing. So this is the visible stuff right here. Now, if you're looking at one of your edit pages, you might be wondering why you are seeing a whole lot more on this main body section than what you're seeing right here. You are probably looking at a content type in which rich text editing is enabled, which allows you to do a whole lot of cool stuff, but it also allows you to wreak visual havoc on your website. So what I'd like to do at this time is just skip over rich text editors altogether and rich text editing altogether, I should have said. And that is worthy of probably at least 2, if not more, tutorials. So let's just work with plain text here for the time being, and then we'll take a look at rich text editing down the road. So again, these 3 items right here are your. In fact, in a future version, I think I may delineate that a little bit. Thinking out loud. The headline is pretty obvious. Subheads are always optional. In this case, if you recall, our main or our About Us page had a subhead that says Our Mission right here. And then the main body of the content item, of course, would be right here. Now, backing up just a little bit, when I was talking about our page titles and text links are being optional, semi-optional, PageWORX assumes, and this is just a little shortcut for you, that when you put a headline on a content item, that is your, what you want to call it. That's probably, or not probably, but at least very well could be what the title of the page is going to be, how you want to link to it. It just makes a couple of assumptions for you. So what we're going to do right now is go ahead and save and let PageWORX make those assumptions. And you can see that what it does, it kind of screws things up. It's put the headline here about our demo site. It's put it up here in the page title, which I think we're okay with that, but it's created a problem here in our menu. As you can see, it's jumped out of this main menu. That's much too long of a link for a navigation menu like this. So we'll just go back in. Oops, I've scrolled down too far. It's populated that already. We're just going to take that down to about. We're going to save our changes. Uh-oh. Saved the wrong one. Put that up there. About without the typo. And you can see we fixed our trouble up here with the About Us, or the link jumping out of that menu. Okay, if you don't have a rich text editor, this is pretty straightforward here. It will recognize your line breaks, as you may have noticed when we looked at the main page. And then moving down below this, we have what are called meta items, and these are not visible in most cases, although there may be some times when this little box here, this meta description box, gets borrowed for some synopsis. I think the word would be synopses and things like that. But meta descriptions are worth taking a look at, and I think we're going to do that in our next tutorial. See you next time.